All right, well, let's do this thing. So, okay, so now let's start putting it together. So in the same way that you used shapes to make things, we're going to start using forms to make pictures of things. So I want you to do two drawings now, two drawings. And one will be kind of geometric in nature. So real strong cubes and cylinders and stuff like that. Here's just a couple of different examples. Like here's a little robot, another little robot, here's another little house. Once again, please, you could draw one just like mine. That's cool. These are just lessons. Um, but on the other hand, you could draw one that was very different than mine. You don't have to draw a house. You don't have to draw a robot. Maybe you draw a pickup truck. That'd be a good one. Okay. But what I want you to do is when you are making a drawing using the forms, I want you to go ahead and shade and shadow, okay, and follow the light source. Figure out the light source and how that would come down and create a cast shadow. All right. So on both of these, I think I did it very easy. I just had the shadow coming straight from the side down. And I think I'll concentrate with this one on doing the robot, sort of a follow along. But once again, you don't have to do the robot. It's just going to kind of be showing you some of the techniques that I used when I was making it. Okay, the second drawing that I want you to do would be something that was a bit more organic. So here is a little teddy bear, or here's a dragon. And with this one, you might challenge yourself. So this one, you see, the light is not just coming from the side, it's coming from the side and the front. This one, as a matter of fact, I've got the side coming from the top and the back. The top and the back, and this one coming in here from the front. Okay, anyways, and with these ones as well, I want you to go ahead and figure out which way the light source is going. Once again, you don't have to draw a teddy bear. You don't have to draw a dragon. The point was that it was something that was a little bit more organic, okay, not hard edges. Okay, so first off, we'll do one with hard edges. So now with this one, you might be able to see, pick up that I've already done sort of a pre-drawing, and I've drawn lightly, so you may or may not be able to see that well on your screen. But it's basically just a bunch of geometric forms. So starting here in the body, I made a cube. Okay, and remember the cube is just a square and a couple of parallelograms. Okay, for the sake of this one, I also wanted to see the back of it. So if I've made this cube at all right, everything should line up. So I should get something that looks a lot more like this. And that's really cool because that allows me to do a couple things. So for one, if I wanted to make the legs, I could find out, well, where's halfway down here? Well, there's an easy way of finding out what halfway is. And so if I just draw an X across there, I could find the center point. And if I find the center point, well, then I could just divide it in half. And if I divided it in half, then I could put a leg on each side, right? And get it kind of even. So here's where I'm going to start a cylinder, and here's where I'm going to start another cylinder. I'm going to finish it off down here, right? And just connect those. And that's how I get the legs. For the feet, it was just a couple more cubes, but I modified them a little bit. So let's say I were to draw a parallelogram here, right? And another parallelogram here, and then just connect them I would get sort of a box, right? Same thing as what's over here. I just started off with the parallelograms instead of with the square. And then if I was to just go ahead and cut that off, you see right down here on the sides, draw the line straight across, I would get this shape that was a lot more like this here. So once again, if I was to have a cube, okay, this time I will start off with a square so I don't confuse you guys. Draw those lines back, right? At any point, I could just say like, oh, okay, I'm going to just cut that off. See, modifying the shape, bring that over, and there you go. You see, now I've got a modified, more complex sort of shape out of that. And that's how I did the feet. Okay. All right, so they weren't just a straight up box. So I've got my feet down here. All righty. Etc. Okay, so that was the legs, and I've got the feet in there already. So now the head, what I did is, once again, I found the top, right? Found the center of the top right there, right there. And so then I said, okay, I'm going to draw the base of my head right there, right? Or excuse me, the neck. So there's the bottom of a cylinder, and then here's the top of the cylinder, and I'll just connect those. Okay, so I've got the neck. I figure, okay, well, I'm going to make the head just a little bit larger cylinder, and maybe I'll have this here so you can kind of see what's going on. And so I just made a larger cylinder, just leaving that one about in the center. That's all. And the other oval for the top. Maybe this one was a little bit smaller. So I got a little bit, of a diagonal on that. Okay, cool. And then the arms, okay, so since I could see the inside of this cube, I was able to make an oval here and an oval here. And so that's where I could attach the arms. I made another oval here and another oval here. That's where I could get the ends of the arms. And this time I could just go ahead and connect those. And so they're cylinders, but they're just curved cylinders. They're made in exactly the same way. Okay, so now I could draw the hands. And by drawing the cylinders through, I have an advantage, just in the same way that by drawing the cube through, so I could see the back of the cube, I had an advantage, so I could actually see some things. Okay, so here, I could put a hand right here. And I just used a simple sort of horseshoe shape for the hands. Okay, so here and here. So there was my little horseshoe shape. And I could say like, okay, well, I'm just going to extend that out, making that shape into a form, or at least a form structure, by just extending that out. You could imagine how that might work. Here and here. So I got a shape out of that, or turned that into a more of a form, I should say. And then same thing here and here. Okay. And in this way, I've got one that's going forward and one that's going back. So now I can start getting rid of some of the lines that I don't need. So I'll make this arm going back. So I'll get rid of that part of the oval that I'd made. And this arm is going to be coming forward, so I'll get rid of the little part of the oval that has been covered up by the hand. There you go. Okay, and I can do a little bit more erasing here. So what else do I need? Well, I don't need all this anymore. And, hopefully I've drawn nice and light, so it's really easy to erase. Okay, but I've got a nice cylinder up here. Let me see, I don't need this part in the neck anymore. So I can see that I've just got this part here. That's where the neck is. I've got that from that cylinder that I drew. I don't need all this inside of this cube anymore. So first off, I'll get rid of the stuff up here that I used for finding the center with. And I can get rid of this stuff over here. All this stuff. And, for the sake of this tutorial, I even drew it a little bit darker than I normally would. Usually it would be light, kind of light like it was when you might have first seen it, right, as I was preparing for the tutorial. Okay, I don't need this part in this arm anymore, so we'll get rid of that. And the lighter I make it, the easier it is to erase. Okay, but you can see how this is coming out. And I've got all my things pretty good, and everything is lining up really nice, Because I showed the hidden sides in here, I was able to really find things and where they'd go. All right, and we can really sort of solidify this right here. That's looking good. This one here. Okay, that's fine. Using sort of my medium lines right now. Okay, and these guys right here, I don't need this part of the oval, right? That made that up, so I can get rid of that. But those cylinders are in just the right place, I know, because I set them up in here, all geometrically. So I know that all these lessons that I'm doing now are preparing you for actual observational drawing, but hopefully you're seeing that how even in whatever imaginative drawing that you do, this is all strong techniques to show you how to do that. Okay, and what's left, we'll just sort of emphasize these lines a little bit more so that that makes sense. Make everything nice and clear. Okay, good enough, good enough. Okay, so that's my basic little robot structure, right? Looks pretty good. Okay,